Like, how old are you? If you're 42, then I'm okay.
That's what I have to do. That's exactly right. It's exactly right. Chip's 75. So I feel like the math's always kind of easy on that one. Like, I think you just turned 46.
When you just said Chip is 75, I really had to think about that for a second. I'm like, no, he's not.
I thought, wait, I've seen one.
Sometimes he acts like he's 75.
Me too, Chip. Me too, Chip.
Yeah, same. It's exactly right. That's
well,
right.
Good morning, you guys. Now that we have our
ages,
our math, I know our math going. I have to calculate mine too, and it's a struggle. But
that's pretty early.
It's fine. It's fine. I can't wait until I'm a couple years older and really have to calculate.
Yeah.
But I'm excited to be here with you guys this morning, and hope you've had a great week, Stacey and Mary Cheatham. I feel like I haven't, seen you, Mary Cheatham, in a while, and Stacey, I'm excited to be hanging out with you.
Yeah, I'm so excited. Thank you for having me.
Of course. Yeah. MC, would you like to introduce our special guest?
You know what? I would love to. So guys, y'all are in for a treat today because we have Stacey Brake joining us. And I don't know if you can already tell, but I feel like Stacey has a very calming presence. I do too. Even over the Zoom, Stacey, I feel calm. And I'm going to read Stacey's official title out loud to you. So she is an empowerment coach and certified integrative nutrition, mental health, medical provider. And so that's just like a big mouthful, but I think it's actually really awesome as we unpack it. We had the chance to catch up with Stacey just a little bit, and she's just pulling from a wealth of knowledge and of experience. And so Stacey, tell us a little bit about that. What does that really mean?
Yeah, so thank you so much. I'm super excited to be here. I'm Stacey Brake. I have been in the mental health field for over 17 years. I started out at the Carteret County Rape Crisis Program. I've done some work in intensive in-home therapy and school counseling. So love this work, love this field. One thing that I realized was that people really need solutions, but they need solutions that work quickly. And so I became interested in figuring out what works, finding strategies, going to lots of different trainings. And that's how I landed on the certification program for the integrative nutrition, mental health, medical provider. And it is a mouthful.
It is, yes.
It is so much, but really all it means is we're looking at everything, right? Like, what are we putting in our body? How are we treating ourselves, along with all of the other things that we do to feel our best mentally and physically. So it just kind of puts it all together. So that's why I love that. And, just being an empowerment coach, I want to encourage people and support people who want to make a change in their life. This has been a dream of mine for a long time. And with all the changes in COVID, basically, the way was made, and I didn't have the excuses anymore. I had the time and the space to make it happen. And so here we are. So it's been a joy and a ride, and it's been so much fun so far, but I am having a great time with it.
Well, awesome. I think that's so cool. And I think one of the really neat things is that, I know that for those of us who are interested in kind of pursuing this and taking better care of ourselves, and really, y'all, who is that not, right? Especially here this time of year, but I mean, anytime. And so what I love is that you've made it really accessible. And I think that you've hit the nail on the head of a problem that a lot of us struggle with, which is anxiety. So guys, what Stacey has done is she's created an anxiety detox course that you can take online. So I'm just fascinated by this. Stacey, by the way, I'm totally signing up for this. Right up my alley. I mean, it really is.
By the way, I'm excited to dive in. Yeah, I'm signed up.
I'm so excited. Okay, good. Well, then that means we can do our homework together, Meg.
Yay! I can't wait.
Yeah, it's going to be great. So tell us a little bit about that. I mean, again, like anxiety detox, man, that just sounds so much better than like cheese dip detox, which is really what I think a lot of people do. Right?
Yeah, cheese dip detox.
So tell us a little bit about that. Like what are the basics of it?
Absolutely. So I've broken the course into 9 modules delivered over 3 weeks. Week 1 is focused on foundational practices. Week 2 is addressing spikes in anxiety. And week 3 is all about lowering your baseline levels of anxiety so that overall you can just feel less anxious.
So Stacey, are they videos? What's kind of the format of each of these modules?
So there's a video lesson, and then each week there's like a workbook that goes along with it. So activities to do after the video lesson.
That is
That's
awesome.
so cool. Okay, and so we're gonna put the link below for how you sign up for the course. And then so basically it's a go at your own pace. Is that right, Stacey?
Yes. So really the first 3 lessons come out the first week, and so on. So you really don't get access to all of the lessons until the end of that 3rd week. But once you have gotten through that, you can go through them at any pace that you want, right? As quickly or as slowly. You can repeat lessons if you want. So yes.
I think that's so cool. So how would somebody know if they were a good candidate for this course?
Great question. So it's really for somebody who, has this sort of sense of anxiety. It's not somebody who isn't able to get out of bed and make it to work, or, who's really, if you're really in that sort of a crisis level, a course online isn't the place to go. This is for somebody who is making it all work, juggling all the hats, but feels like, man, if I could just get through this, like, feeling or sense of anxiety, if I could figure out how to smooth that over, I would feel much better and happier in my life. And, it's for busy people, right? Most of us would love to have the time and opportunity to go and sit in a therapist's office and talk about all of our things and, get somebody who's going to walk us through the process. But the reality is most of us don't have that kind of time. We need the skills, we need the strategies, and we need to be able to get them at our own time and our own pace. So
that makes so much sense. So, so what are the top 3 signs of anxiety?
So there are a lot of different signs of anxiety. I'm going to give you the top 3 that people tend to not recognize.
Ooh, exciting.
So the first one is inability to focus. So people sometimes think of themselves as having ADHD when really it's anxiety, just making your brain so busy that it's hard to focus. So inability to focus is one. Irritability. So anxiety can actually increase that cortisol and make you feel like just agitated and edgy and irritable. And really it's the anxiety manifesting as irritability. And the last one is physical symptoms like GI symptoms or GI issues. So a lot of people will go to the doctor, I'm having, these stomach problems or some other physical problem, and lo and behold, it's anxiety. So I think those are the top 3 that people don't recognize.
That's so interesting. I have a quick question that I'm going to throw at you. Is there a difference? I know there is a difference, but do you know the difference between anxiety and stress?
Yes.
Okay. I'm curious.
Such a great question. So stress it's all those daily things that we're dealing with. It's like something that matters to us, it kind of weighs on us. But anxiety can be caused by too much stress. The stress is sort of a factor that can kind of lead to anxiety. Anxiety is really when you get stuck in this mode of feeling overwhelmed and over anxious, your stress hormones are higher than they need to be, even when that stress goes away, even when that isn't actively there, right? So stress is more like the real time what's going on, and anxiety kind of takes over and becomes this emotional state that we live in, even when we don't need it.
Interesting. So stress is like the building blocks of anxiety, and anxiety can linger long after the stress is gone, but it's more of the intangible part of it.
The response. Anxiety is more like the response. Is it?
I think that's a great way to put it. And stress is really just one of the things that can cause anxiety. There are other causes too, but that is one of them.
So what is your favorite thing to tell your clients to do if they're feeling anxious?
My very favorite is to teach tapping or EFT, which is, have you heard of this?
No.
Yeah, I have.
You have.
Why don't I know about this?
Yeah.
So it was created by Gary Craig in the 90s. And you basically tap on these meridian points, which are actually acupuncture sites. And these points, even when you're just tapping, reduces the amygdala's stress and fear response. So you do this while you talk through the stress that you have, and it kind of lowers that stress pretty immediately. Yeah.
What? That is so cool. Okay, so will you teach us exactly how to do that in the course?
Yes. Yeah. I teach you how to do that, and then teach you, like, a lot of people learn how to do it from somebody else. And then I teach that next step of like how to do it on your own. So once you have kind of walked through the process with me, I'll teach you the steps and how you can just do it on your own anytime.
So cool. Yeah. One of Walter actually fell off a swing when he was really little, and he was fine. It just scared him. And he sat back down, and one of my friends who's in mental health sat with him and like was like close to him and tapped. And I was like, what is happening? But I mean, isn't that cool?
That is awesome.
Yeah.
Wow.
I had forgotten that until you just said it. I buried that memory. I mean,
oh, I can't wait to learn about
other swings and things since then. But anyway, that's so interesting. And that's really cool, Stacey. Okay, Meg, what other questions do you have?
Well, I'm curious. I like to hear from experts, as in you in their specific field, kind of what your practices are in terms of, I like morning routines and I like evening routines. So I'm curious to start, if there's one non-negotiable that you have in your morning routine that helps you kind of stay calm throughout the day. I know a lot of people will wake up and get on their phone or like just jumpstart their day in a second. Do you have any things that you do personally that really work for you?
Absolutely. My non-negotiable is my gratitude journaling.
Ooh.
So yeah, that's my big one. If I know like it's a big day and I have a lot, I have more things that I add to my routine, and I get like, I'll even get up like earlier and earlier and earlier to have more of that like quiet space to myself if I need it. But the gratitude journaling is the non-negotiable for me.
That's really good. That's really good.
What about your evening routine?
I love to drink hot tea with valerian in it. It's one of the 3 sisters of herbal supplements for calm. And so it just helps you wind down and get ready to sleep. It's just a good ritual or like routine.
Love. Mary Cheatham, have you heard of valerian?
No.
It sounds like a magic potion that I can't wait to try.
I'm drinking a lot of tea this month. I will tell you that, because I'm having dry January, so I'm drinking a lot of tea. So I need some. and it's so true though, Stacey, because it's not necessarily the glass of wine, although I do love a glass of wine. It's the ritual of it, right? It signals to me that my day is over, that, that it's time to relax and enjoy my family and that kind of thing, and so what's the substitute for that? And I think that, fixing a really great cup of tea is a good one.
Hot tea is so good. What tea are you drinking right now? Like, what's your favorite?
Well, I actually ended up going to Raleigh this past week. I went to the Carolina game. So I went to Trader Joe's. I am so stuffed up on tea. Y'all, it's so, I've got all kinds of tea right now. So I just, all the herbal, I love anything with lemon. I don't like the sweet ones, Stacey.
No, I don't either.
What's your favorite?
Well, I put the Sleepy Time is with valerian. So it's a blend, but it's got the valerian in it. That's one that I really love a lot. There's one I really love, but I'm embarrassed to say it because I don't know if I can pronounce it properly.
Oh, good.
It's like Ruibos or
yes.
Which one is it?
I don't know how to say it.
Ruibos. Yeah. I know exactly. We got you. Yeah.
Spell it.
My true favorite, but
yeah, we can't say it. We're going to research that. That's a good challenge.
We'll post it in the comments, the phonetics.
That's exactly right. If anybody knows how to say it, y'all call us if you know how to say it. That's so good. Okay. So Stacey, all of these things are things that we're going to cover in the course. Is that right?
Yes.
Okay. So if someone's not ready to commit to the course at this point, they can go onto your website and they can sign up to receive your e-newsletter.
Correct.
Okay. And
every Thursday, and there's insights and tips in there for free. Anybody who wants to join up, I'd love to have you.
That's awesome.
So cool. I'm excited. I'm going to do, we send our emails out on Thursday too.
I was about to say
emails on Thursdays.
Yes.
Okay. This is good. And then I'm definitely signing up for this course. I'm just really pumped about this. So tell us, we'll drop how to sign up for the course also below in the comments. What is the cost for the course, Stacey?
$249, which is about the same as like a luxury purse. And And you can sign up on the website, but there's also a little place underneath that too. Like besides the newsletter, there's a place to do the free trial, which is just the first couple of lessons are opened up. So if anybody is kind of on the fence and not sure and just wants to see what the format and style looks like, that's another option.
Man, what a great way to invest in yourself, or what a great gift, or what a great, this is awesome. I'm excited about this.
Me too.
Well, good. Meg, do you have any last questions for Stacey?
I don't think so. I think we just have our final question for her before we sign off. Stacey, we're curious, what has been saving your life lately?
Last June, my husband and I started writing down all the things we're grateful for in a notebook as just part of our morning routine. So we're drinking coffee and we're writing down our gratitudes from the past 24 hours. And with everything that has shifted in our life, you know, the new business and the career changes and the homeschooling, all the things, you know, this one practice has really kept us grounded and focused on the positive and really connected with each other. So saving my life.
I love
think
that.
that's so awesome. Okay, so is one person the scribe every day and you'll put it all in the same notebook?
I'm the scribe. Yes, same
Okay.
notebook. I just keep it by the bed, and when I wake up in the morning, I just, you know, he makes coffee, I get the journal out. That's what we do.
That's saving my
That's a
life.
really good story. I know that is not what happens at my house in the morning, you guys. There's lots of yelling. There's lots of
I don't
yelling.
believe it.
Oh, I do have some quiet time before the yelling starts. I don't wake up yelling, but you know, yeah.
Pretty
Man,
close.
Stacey, that was good.
That was. Stacey,
Oh.
thank you so much for your time and for sharing all of this, you know, loveliness with us, and also for creating it. We're really excited to be a part of it and try it out.
You guys are amazing. Thank you. You've made my day for letting me be here. It's so
Aw.
good to see you both. And thank you. Have an
Thanks,
awesome,
Stacey. Have a
happy
great weekend.
Bye, Stacey.
weekend. Yep.
Bye.
Wow, what a joy.
Man,
I feel
mean, she's gonna hang out with us some.
I want her to come like
Yeah.
sit next to me always. Her
Yeah, me
presence
too.
is just very
Yeah.
calming, like you said.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, I'm enrolled in that course. I haven't started it yet, but
I'm going to.
yes, it's fantastic. Or it seems to be fantastic. I'm very excited to try it.
Yeah, I mean, those are some tips that I mean, things that I'm certainly not doing.
Same. And it's always good, you know, I feel like at the beginning of a year to have a little jump start, regardless if, you know, what your goals are and everything like that. I feel like
Absolutely.
this can speak to anyone at any point in time. And I feel like any age really.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Man,
So,
okay.
do you know what's saving your life right now?
Gosh, you know, I'm going to say what's saving my life right now is just having a lot of fun. The folks in my house are having a lot of fun with trying some new recipes and kind of thinking
Ooh.
outside the box in terms of like what we're eating and trying some different things. And I just think that's really fun to kind of mix up your routine a little bit. And I think this time of year is such a good one to do that, you know?
Yes. What was the catalyst behind this new recipe?
Well, you know, every year I try to do some version of the Whole30.
Right. Are you doing that again?
Yeah.
Why didn't I know this?
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
I'm so excited for you.
Yeah. And guess who else is doing it?
Chip.
Chip's
No
doing
way.
it. Yeah.
I remember, isn't his record like 7 days?
I mean, maybe. Yeah. Yeah. And so at this point, he's just hungry, even though, I mean, we have lots of good real food. He's just hungry because I think, you know, it's a different kind of way to do things, but we've still got a little bit of time. So I'm convinced by the end of the month, he's gonna, I think he feels really good. I feel really good.
I feel
It's
like
such a good program. I mean, it's just a good one.
a good restart, I guess. But once you hit a
Yeah.
certain threshold with it, you're fine afterwards. And then you're
That's
like, well, I've
exactly
gone this
right.
far.
You
Why do
got to
I-
hit the tipping point. Yeah.
Exactly. It's just like
Yeah.
that 1 or 2 days, you're like, okay,
Yeah.
we'll get through it.
Yeah. And I think you can't do it without, I mean, you have to actually eat like real food. I mean, you can't just like have like bars and snacks. Like you can't live on eggs.
Agree. Lots of meat, lots of, you know, protein to fill you up. Oh, that's so exciting. Yay. Congratulations. Y'all are almost there.
Yeah. Okay. So how about you?
Will you please hold your mug up one more time? Okay, so this has to do with the thing that's saving my life. I saw you sipping out of it and tried not to giggle while Stacey was talking, but shows like Schitt's Creek, as in Mary Cheatham's mug. I have a whole list of comfort shows that I watch, you know, when it like gets dark really early and you're just like, ugh, So Schitt's Creek is on there, New Girl, Modern Family, all of these shows that are just so easy to watch that I'll just put on while I'm making dinner or while I'm getting ready for bed or anything like that. That's been what's saving my life this week.
Those are so good. And I love, especially after you've seen them a certain number of times and you actually, I mean, then you know that that's what they're going to say. And it just makes you so happy. Like, what about the one where they're cooking in Roland's kitchen and she's like, fold it in, David.
I can't.
I think that's my favorite. That's like my favorite part of it, except for when she was living in the closet. That also,
yeah.
Schitt's Creek is so good.
It's really good. I've seen it multiple times through, and we'll probably do it again if we're being honest.
Yes, I love that.
Yay.
That was good. So, well, I'm gonna go. I don't know what I'm gonna go do. I'm gonna go like be really calm. And
go eat some Whole30. Go drink some I thought it was Rubio's tea.
Rooibos.
Ooh, that sounds cooler. Let's say that from now on.
I don't know. Yes.
Please go do that. And I'm going to go watch Schitt's Creek and, hang out today.
Perfect. It's going to be a great little weekend, Meg.
It'll be great. Hope you have a good one.
Thanks.